I was in Vietnam 6 months, and the last time I got shot down, I got hurt pretty bad. It was the night before Tet. We did a lot of night operations, as I worked for the Special Forces a lot. It was really dark, and we were 4 feet off the ground. Everything was fine. I even said over the intercom, "Holy Christ, I think we're gonna make it." And the next thing I knew, I woke up outside the helicopter, still strapped in my seat with all my seat belts on, and woke up and didn't know where I was or what I was doing. I'd been blown out of the helicopter through the door or the windshield, I don't even know which. I didn't even know at that time that I'd lost most of my left arm. Spent the next year and a half in the hospitals, different hospitals all over.
I was deployed in Mosul, which is like northern Iraq, and we got hit with an IED. I was in a Striker, which is an 8-wheeled vehicle. I'm 5'1", so I stand on a cooler in order to be able to reach the gunner's hatch in order to gun, which was always fine and funny, except when we got hit, the cooler went out from underneath me and I smacked my head, and then I smacked my head again once we got into once I fell into the vehicle, and then I just kind of woke up, and I didn't know how much time had lapsed, so I didn't know if I just fell and woke up or if I had been sitting there for a while. I don't remember getting back to base at all. I remember snapshots of pictures after that, but not actual events for at least a week. They diagnosed me with a traumatic brain injury, mild traumatic brain injury. I don't have seizures or anything like that, but my pupils don't dilate anymore correctly, so the light enters in too much, and then I get really bad headaches from that.
I did 3 tours, getting mortared every day. It was IEDs every day, so constant contact, constant, patrolling and raids. Our 3rd deployment was to Ramadi, just a really crappy town. When we left, they were some of the safest cities. And at the time, they were some of the worst. So we did a lot of good. We painted schools, we built hospitals, but for the most part, it was just constant combat and constant, looking for assholes. But that constant environment of adrenaline and fear and every little thing, you hear a whistle, is it a mortar, is it a rocket? Someone gets a rock stuck in their shoe. That little sound of it scraping against the ground, that's an RPG. Door slamming, every little thing gets your adrenaline going and jumping, and when you get out, that's what transfers to, you can't sleep, you can't relax, you can't do anything. There's a lot of symptoms that come from that, the insomnia and the restlessness. Eventually, you can't sleep for 3 days, it's gonna lead to all kinds of other problems. You're just gonna be a general asshole. Or just seclude yourself. It's hard to find safe places where you can relax a little bit.
I joined in the Marine Corps Reserve and did 3 deployments. 2004 was fine because it was a fun deployment. We were on ship. Went to several different countries in South America, but coming home in 2005 was a lot different. Our battalion took a lot of losses, so it's wonderful to see your family again. You're excited, you're happy, but at the same time, you're conflicted. Because I get to hug my mom. When some of our brothers never get to hug their child. So that's one of the things that really it eats at you every day. It's difficult because when you go home, you don't tell your family the bad stories. You tell them the fun things, all the stupid stuff that you did. Those are the fun things that you want to try and remember about your buddies. You think about them, you think about, wow, I wish they were here with me, but I get to do this. Carry on their legacy. And then you have days.
After the Marine Corps, I spent about 8 years just traveling. So traveling the world, trying the States. I had bad PTSD. I had bad isolation. I would get in a place, get in a rut, and I would just seal myself off from everyone. I'd go, 2-3 months without leaving the house. It got to a point where, I would buy a one-way ticket somewhere and try and break that monotony. I don't know what I was looking for, but I was looking for something. And so I went everywhere trying to find it. I came up to Clear Path just for 2 months to help run a chef training program here. So I just drove up, me and my dog, and we were doing the chef training, and then as soon as I came here, I knew I was staying. Like I saw the view, I saw the memorial here, and I knew that, this is where I needed to be.
At the time, I didn't really know what ClearPath was. I just figured it was another place where veterans just go, like the VA or something like that, and you're gonna show up and they're gonna poke and prod you. I drove out here and they're closing up for the day, so I didn't get a tour inside, but the woman at the front desk told me that I could go walk around the grounds. And to me, being in the woods, just being out, it's kind of where I can relax. I spent a couple hours just wandering around on the grounds out there.
ClearPath is everything the VA is not. And that is not to say anything bad about the VA. The VA is very medical. They're very evidence-based and empirical, and everything is textbook. Here, it's let's just come and hang out, and we're gonna help you heal in a completely non-traditional way. They offer different modalities that the VA would not even consider. I get massage for free every Monday, and it's not just the services that they provide, but you get here and then you realize how cool the people are, and then you can start to reconnect with other people.
ClearPath for Veterans is a phenomenal place. I mean, it really is. I'm not a believer in ghosts and auras and feelings and all that stuff. I'm pretty pragmatic. But there's something about coming up here that is just peaceful.
Got here a year and a half ago. I've got an 8-month-old baby. I've got a fiance. I've got a house. I've got a job, friends. I came with nothing. I had my dog and a couple bags, and they got me a home, furniture, finally kind of stabilized me. I've been living as a vagabond for a good 8 years or so. No, it's absolutely stopped. It stopped the minute I got here.
I've struggled trying to put it into words to make this a place that sounds fun, enjoyable, but not hokey. Best way I can say it is it's a retreat. You come out here, you're surrounded by other veterans, so it gets you that camaraderie. That's probably the best thing about it here is you have that support group. You come here and hang out with people that you grew used to spending all your time with.
Misery loves company unless you're a veteran, and in which case, we just are all kind of like, get away, and I'm gonna deal with this on my own because I'm strong and, I don't need any help. Except that when you come here and you realize that everybody else is kind of going through the same thing that you are, and then you're like, oh, okay, like this makes me feel better, and we can chat and we can talk about our service. So it's a good place to come and hang out and reconnect with people and get yourself back out into the civilian world kind of slowly.
They have changed a lot of the way I look about life. I've come to see that there are a lot of people that care, and it may be a really hard thing to say that you need help, but it's a good way to start. This place has helped me a lot. It really has. The programs that they have are really fun. I came up to a couple Wednesday luncheons. Then I got involved in the massage program, the Reiki, polarity, the fact that I took acupuncture and Reiki and all the polarity. My wife couldn't believe it because she never thought I'd ever do anything. Neither do any of my friends. But it's really a nice place to come to. It's a blessing.
If you ever come to a canteen, we have Pearl Harbor survivors, we have people who were at the Chosen Frozen in Korea, and all the greatest battles, Iwo Jima and Guadalcanal, they're all sitting in this dining room together with, Vietnam veterans, people from Khe Sanh, and Iraqi veterans, and Afghanistan, and Persian Gulf, and it's an incredible environment to be around. Everyone's just happy and having a good time, and to me, there's nothing better in the world.
The Dogs to Vet program is actually their pilot program that allows veterans and dogs to get together and heal by either getting you a dog or helping you train a dog that you already have to become your service dog.
The veteran and the dog go through from beginning to end all the stages working with professional trainers and training their own dog to be a service dog for them. But what's special about the Dogs to Vet program here is that with Midori, I work with her, so we have a really strong bond. It's just different and unique to have the ability to go through and train your own dog.
I had a dog, Moxie, who was in the program. She died, which is really tragic for me. She meant a lot. But I think that's the whole point about the program, is that it gives you that person to be connected to on a level that you can't connect to anybody else. So we did everything together, and it was really difficult when I lost her. But Clear Path, they sent me a card, and they were really, really awesome about it, and they were just as upset about it too because they just loved her. Now Zad's going through the program, and he's doing really well, so I'm really happy about that.
It's hard to put into words exactly what she means to me. She's my partner. Most places that I go now, she goes with me. Just what's really exceptional about Midori, as opposed to the other dogs that I've grown up with, is that she feeds off of me since we're together all the time. She's able to read my stress levels, my emotions, and we're just connected in a different way. I don't want to say she means everything to me because there's plenty of other things out there, which I learned here, but she helps me be the person that I used to be.
Clear Path is giving me something that I didn't think I could get back.